Hey, Grace Church family. I hope you're off to a great summer. I wanted to just do a quick video to kind of share a few things happening this summer because we do have a lot going on as Grace Church. As you know, we've been sharing here in June with our Vacation Bible School that's happening next week. We've got our Grace Youth Ministry Mission Week happening the week of the 23rd. Our church picnic is taking place June 30th with new members joining, some baptisms, and a number of things going on. But I also wanted to share with you a little bit of what we're going to be doing in July because it's going to be a little bit different. One, I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks in July. That's the first that I've done something like that in 11 years I've been here. And we're doing that purposely, or at least I'm doing that purposely, with regard to what it means to Sabbath, to have a Sabbath rest. I did actually preach a sermon series on that specifically, but it's important for us to be able to just turn it off sometimes, slow things down, and really focus in our relationship with the Lord. Obviously, God built that into our experience as humans of giving us the Sabbath. And of course, we do that on Sundays where we worship Him, but a lot of you work on Sundays. So Sabbath is something that you need to do, that I need to do, that we as a church need to do on a regular basis. And we're going to do that this year with our July services. So there's only going to be one service in the month of July. That's our 10 a.m. service. And July 7th is going to be a primarily music led service, worship team, choir. They've been collaborating on how to do that service to really begin our month of July, focusing in on God and worship. As part of that, too, we're going to be having a prayer focus. So, in the month of July, I'm going to share with you a 30-day prayer challenge, and it's going to be encouraging you to spend the next 30 days, beginning July 1st, every day with the Lord in prayer. And we're going to do that as a church if you'd like to. I'm going to share a link that takes you to a YouVersion devotional. If you aren't on social media or on YouVersion, we'll have something you can take with you that you'll be able to use to really focus in on your relationship with Jesus through prayer. Kind of been our summer focus. In July, we're going to really be intentional about that. And so we're going to do a 30-day prayer challenge. And I hope you'd be interested in doing that. When I come back from my 2 week vacation, as I said, I'm going to be also doing the prayer challenge, but I'm also trying to take that Sabbath and spend 2 weeks away to just try and turn things off. We as a church, we're not going to be doing a whole lot. There's not a lot of events that are taking place. There's not a lot of meetings taking place. We're really trying to slow things down as a church as well, and that's partly why we're doing one service on a Sunday in July as well, which will begin at 10. July 7th and July 14th, we'll be doing that. Reverend John Hart will be here. Brenda's dad, he's been here before, but he's going to bring the message and again focus in on that importance of prayer in our life. And then July 21st, I'll be back and we're going to do communion together on the 21st. And again, just use that service to discuss and focus on prayer. And then July 28th, we're going to end things in a special way. I've been sharing and talking about rededicating your life to Jesus. Some people have been talking to me about getting baptized. And so we are going to do a baptism and rededication service later in the day. So we'll have our normal 10 a.m. service, July 28th. But later in the day, 3:30ish, something like that, we're going to be over at Ed and Beth Zapay's home, who has a pool, and we're going to do a baptism and rededication service there. People have come to me and said, "Hey, I really want to just publicly say how much Jesus has done in my life." And we're going to have people giving their testimony of why they want to get baptized or rededicate their life to Christ. And then we're going to do that. And we're just going to celebrate that. And so, July, I'm really looking forward to, not only because I'll be on vacation for 2 weeks, but I'm really looking forward to because it'll give me time to really be intentional about my time with the Lord in prayer. And it'll give us as a church an opportunity to focus in on prayer as well. So, the Sundays of July, one service, 10 a.m., July 7, 14, 21, and 28. And those are just a couple of things that we're going to be doing. And again, I really hope you'll use that month to, if you don't already have a habit of prayer, to take that 30-day prayer challenge and spend each day for 30 days with the Lord in prayer. We're going to help you with the material we're going to be putting out to do that for those 30 days, but it's a great opportunity over the summer to just build that into your life. And that's going to become essential to us as Grace Church. As you hear me this coming fall talking about our discipleship pathway and really being intentional about being disciples who make disciples and how prayer is a key part of that. So if you're somebody that the Lord's been working on your heart as well, and you want to be a part of that rededication baptism service on July 28th, please come talk to me. You need to talk to me first so that we can have that ready to go and organized, and I can talk to you about what we're going to be doing that Sunday. But if God's been doing a work in your life and you just sense the Holy Spirit saying, I want to rededicate my life, or maybe you've never been baptized, or maybe you just have had this experience with the Lord that you want to publicly share, please come talk to me. And that'll be a great way to end our intentional focus on Sabbath, our focus on prayer, and really deepening our walk with Jesus. So I hope you can be a part of all four of those Sundays. But I hope you can be a part of at least one or two or three. But if nothing else, you can certainly be praying. And so I look forward to seeing what God's going to do this summer during our services in July.